Hello, guys. Today I'm in the village of Říčany, which is about 30 minutes train ride from Prague. So Říčany is a very beautiful town where I have come today to see what it's like because I have heard a lot about the town in a while. Říčany is a very ancient town. The first mention of Říčany was about 12th century or earlier. One of the things I loved about this village or this town is that I probably mentioned this already. This town has been voted about 7 consecutive times for the best town to live in, something like that, or the town with the better life-work balance, or something like that, or the happiest town to live in. So this is like a Czech version of something like that. So it has been voted about 7 consecutive times. So what we are going to do is, as we explore the town, we are going to find out why this town has been voted as such. So what does it have that other towns in Czech Republic do not have, and what do they do differently? Why don't other towns in Czech Republic duplicate some of these things that they do here that makes them to be, one of the, the best place to live? Even though during my research, I did not find here to have a lot of industries, for example, that make people to be gainfully employed in order to make money. Not obviously people who live here are well off, mostly because they live because this place is very close to Prague, so they mostly travel to Prague to work. But like I said, we are going to explore, we are going to find out exactly what makes this town special. So let's go forward. So I just left the train station where I showed you earlier. Now, from what I understood, to get to the main city or the main town or the city center, we have to walk straight this way. The other way is the train station. So they told me that I have to walk straight forward in order to get to the town. So let's go. So as I walked towards the city center called Masarykovo na Městí, Masarykovo is like a Masaryk, na Městí is like square. So it's like a Masaryk square. And Masaryk was the first Czechoslovak president. I think it was around 1918, somewhere there, 1918, 1920, somewhere around there. So when Czech Republic and Slovakia were the same country, so Masaryk was like the president. And so whenever you hear Masaryk, or most places in Czech Republic, they all have something Masaryk, which is in commemoration of the first president of Czechoslovakia. And so when we get there, then we are going to see what it's like. So I just went to, that's the bus station here. So I just went to check it out to see what it's like. I don't really need any bus to get to the city center because as a tourist, I want to be able to walk to the city center to, to see stuff. But I am always curious to see what the transportation system is in each village of Czech Republic or each town of Czech Republic, even though I already know that everywhere in Czech Republic, like One of the things I love so much about Czech Republic is the transportation system. It is one of the most efficient transportation system I have ever seen, and I've really traveled a lot. So I just wanted to see what it's like there. So now we are going to. I will just show you around what this place is like. There is really nothing special yet to see as we walk towards the city center. As I walk towards the city center, we are just going to see what the city here is, or what the streets are like. From what I can see, just like normal street, like in most Czech towns. However, there are things that make this town special. So there are the things that obviously I'm going to show you as we proceed. So be ready to see what these things are. What you're looking at now is the main city center of this place. Is called Masarykovo Náměstí, like I stated earlier. So it's the heart of the town. It's not really as big as I expected it to be, because most squares, town squares in the Czech Republic, no matter how small the town is, are usually really huge, but this is quite small, which is nothing negative though. I'm just stating that, like I said earlier, I've been to so many places, so many towns, so many villages, and the town squares are usually very well planned, usually very huge, but not the same. That's not the same thing here. So guys, now I am at the front of a very, very beautiful church. I hope you can see it properly. Let me show you. It is relatively a small church. When I say small, it's not necessarily small, but small in terms of the churches I've seen at different places in the country. This church is called the Church of Peter and Paul, I believe. Church of Peter and Paul. So it's a very old church that was built in the 13th century, and after that there was about 30-year war that during which the church was destroyed. So the church was rebuilt in a Baroque style in I think it was like in 18th century. So it is really very beautiful. Based on what I can read, the inside is really very beautiful, and usually in these countries, like most of the churches have specific days on which you can get in, like when there is a service. And I can tell you that in Czech Republic, people are really not religious. So people don't normally go to church. Very, very few people go to church in this country. So once in a while, if there is an activity going on in the church, so you could just go in as a tourist. So as it stands now, I'm not sure if people are allowed to get in. So I can try. I will obviously first of all try to find out if it is possible to get in or not. And before I do that, I'm going to show you, I really like the surroundings of this church. I'll just show you around. I will show you around. As you can see, now let's go closer to the church. Let's see what, first of all, let us see if it is, obviously it is locked, it is not locked, but I am pretty sure. Wait, I'm going to see what I can show you. If you can see the inside. Pana gdaya museum. Museum. Gdaya museum.
Muzeum to prostě přes náměstí a druhou stranu.
Oh, na náměstí.
A ještě přes náměstí se Rídlova.
Oh, dobře, moc děkuji. So what you're looking at behind me is used to be a castle. Castle that was built here around 1200s. So it was built and around 15 something, after some war that took place, the castle was destroyed. So now you can see the remnants of the castle. So you can also see like the replica of the castle. What I'm going to show you behind me is a replica of the castle. Wait, I'm going to go and point it out. So that's the replica of the castle, obviously what they thought it would have looked like. And here is like, I think it is a well where people came to fetch water, as you can see. And also behind me here, you can see some also parts of the castle, what used to be the castle. So there is a quite very detailed stories about this castle, for whom it was built, and all of that. So when I see things like this, it makes me kind of wonder and I wish that that the castle was still standing so that we will see, because I always kind of imagine what people, what it was like in those days, you know, like how people used to live and how they came about the choices that they made in terms of building their castles and so forth. So, or building the houses that they lived in. So if you consider that this was constructed around 1200s, for example, you can imagine the kind of imagination that people had at the time. So from here, this is also on a hill. From what I understood, around here are some ponds, fish ponds, right? So maybe we are going to visit some of them and then take it from there. So as you already know, after visiting where we were just now, the castle, the next thing I want us to do is to go see the pond, the fish pond, which I spoke about earlier. So this town has about 3 different fish ponds, and really, really very beautiful ones. So I don't know how many of them we will be able to see. So what I'm going to do is, I believe, because I just checked, it seems to me like one of the ponds is somewhere down in this on the street there. So what we are going to do is to go down there and see if one of the ponds is there. Then I'm going to find out exactly which pond it is. So come, let's go. It seems like the pond is actually nearby. So if you look down there, you probably see like the water there, right? I hope that's what it is. So let's go. So guys, first of all, I haven't introduced where we are at. Let me set this up properly. So where we are now is it's obviously it's a pond, Maverick pond, or rybník Maverick, as it's said in Czech language. So this pond is it used to be like just for fishing, for example. It used to be for fishing, but now it's used for recreational purposes also. So here, as you can see, it's really very huge, as you can see. So here people come here for retreats. Like the ladies I was speaking with, they came here for retreat, like dancing, exercising, and stuff like that. And this place is really very, very good for relaxation. So a lot of activities, winter sports, for example, now take place here. So it's a very beautiful place. Not far from here is the what do you call it? Like the castle that we just visited now. So if you look around as I speak, you can see how huge this place is. And behind me, as I stand here now behind me, although it's like we can't see it here due to the trees, but behind me is the castle that we went to earlier. So as you can see, it's really huge, quite a good number of activities going on. People coming here to just for a walk, and it's really very calming, to be honest with you. And the interesting thing is that, like I stated earlier, this place is very close to Prague. And so if you live in Prague, for example, or if you visited Prague, this is like less than 30 minutes trip to come here, because there are places in Prague that take you more than an hour to get to. So if you can get here by train in 30 minutes, just to move around and see stuff, I think it is a good idea.
No, když mi došlo teda, na co jsem se zeptal, tak už jsem se radši dál neptal. Ach jo, já se vždycky dostanu do problémů. No, tak jsem se ho zeptal. Svýho velitele jsem se zeptal, no ano, zeptat se o ty, co neměli to štěstí.
So that's concert going on, as you can see.
Aby jim ulevila. Haha, to všichni známe. No, tak jsem
Also,
tady.
if I show you around, you can see people eating.
Naší rozlehlý římský říše. Jo, už je to teda nějaký pátek, co je naše velkolepá světová říše rozdělená na východní a západní. A já jsem teda na západě, ale máme tu poslední dobou velký problémy. Jo, v Británii nová aristokratická francouzská rodina.
Those are the meals. So now we are going to the Říčany Museum, which is called Museum Říčany. So as you can see behind me, that's the sign of the place, Museum Říčany. That means Říčany Museum. So it says it's like a straight ahead. So what I'm going to do is because before I started my journey, I did not kind of try to find out where is where. Like I'm not checking any map. I just felt that because this is a small town, everything should be close to each other. So for that reason, I did not really prefer or to look up front what is what and where things were. And so far so good, everything has been okay. So what I have seen here is that this is really a beautiful town with beautiful nature and all that, right? So due to the way the weather is today, I hope this you can see behind me clearly. So what you're looking at there is actually the museum of Říčany. So this museum was was built around 1908. So it's been here for quite a very long time. The museum, there you can find archaeological items, you can find historical items, you can find a whole lot of different things. Inside there are about 20,000 different items that you can find inside, so that's quite a lot. So usually they have a whole lot of activities for visitors, like if you want to run like some hands-on activities, for example. So it's really, when you look it up, you will find that they have really very beautiful stuff there that you could see if you happen to go to the, to be at the museum. So one of the places I had in mind that we are going to visit also is a forest called Doprahe Nakole, which translates to Prague on a bike. So it's a very beautiful park where people go to hike, people go there to jog, people go there just to meditate or just to enjoy the nature. So from what I can see, it is not far from here. So we're going to just go there quickly, and I also believe there is another fish pond around the corner there. So we are going to go to these places and just spend a very short period of time, and then we will then see where else to go. Let's go. So where we are now is the so-called to Prague on a bike. So as you can see, it's a very beautiful nature. People come here to ride their bikes. No wonder it's called to Prague on a bike. So people come here to jog. Look at that. So as you can, in case you did not find out, this place is actually close to the pond that we saw earlier, the big pond that we saw earlier. So it's not far from here. So this town for people who enjoy healthy living and all that. I can see why the town people who live here love it so much. I can see why people who live here, it's a very beautiful place, to be honest with you, and people who live here, they're just right to work in Prague. Just that simple. I don't think I had ever been to this town before. Maybe I had traveled past the town, but I can tell you it's really a very beautiful place. So guys, finally I am back to the train station. As you can see, Říčany. So I have seen most of the places I plan to see in the town of Říčany, and I really enjoyed it. The only issue, if there was one, was that I was really in a hurry to go back and do some stuff. Otherwise, I would have loved to see more places. But what I saw so far I was satisfied with what I saw so far. So very soon my train is going to arrive.